Hello everyone, welcome to week 6 for BCOM 3113. Just want to post this update video. Wanted to go over a couple of very important things, so let's take a look. So obviously this week we have a ton to do. It's going to unfortunately be like that for this week and next week, kind of just to finish out this session. I am very sympathetic to you though, but it's just one of those elements of a summer session where we have to try to get everything kind of crammed in. So if we look at the outline real quickly, you guys can see that obviously the business message portfolio is due. That's huge. I'm going to come back to that. There's a persuasive writing exercise. Again, that's kind of my area of interest and expertise. So I'm really into that. I'm trying to supplement, our textbook with some of the business leaders and thought leaders that are out there, including Simon Sinek. Some of you may be aware of him. But anyway, make sure that you complete the persuasive writing exercise this week. Make sure that you complete discussion 3, which is directly related to another writing by Simon Sinek, which is really easy, and it's stuff that you should be thinking about in your life anyway. There's also an extra credit assignment, chapter 10. It does take some time, but it's worth 10 points. So, if you've missed anything, group work, small things here, we're coming into the stretch. Every element of extra credit that I offer, I really recommend doing it. And then we're going to kind of jump a little bit ahead here. You can see chapter 15, which isn't really related to what we're really doing this week, but it will lead directly into what we do next week, which will be another major assignment. So I want to get started on it now so you don't have to cram all that into one short week. So anyway, let's go back to this business message portfolio. Obviously, there's Dropbox folders for each one of the messages. And so I want to make sure that we look at that. So let's take a look at that real quick here. All right. So if we go down to the business message portfolio submission, the business message portfolio submission, you can see that there are 3 separate Dropbox folders. It's obviously due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. This is a major assignment. So major assignments, right? If you turn them in late without contacting me beforehand, right? That's a 1 letter grade per day late, which is pretty steep. So keep that in mind. Now I've got the rubrics here that I'm going to be using to grade. And if you go back in 2 weeks prior, you'll see a walkthrough of the assignment with some examples of what we're supposed to be doing. So make sure that you do that as well. But the rubrics really are very detailed and are going to help. So for example, let's say we're working on business message number 1, which is the memo. You'll see that we've got categories and then what each point value is. So grammar mechanics, you have to be perfect to get that 5 points. If you have 1 or 2 small issues, you get a point deducted. 1 or 2 bigger issues, 2 points deducted, so on and so forth. Format, readability is a huge part of business communications, which you're supposed to be learning in this class, right? So demonstrate that you've learned how to put together a readable document, one that if you were really tasked with doing this in real life, that your employees could come back to over and over again. And make sure that you look at all the other elements here, right? So we talked about in the run through, you need to have a little bit of incentives for the memo. Workshop descriptions come from 6 different sources, and then talked in lecture videos about how you can emphasize things. So emphasis by location, right? So again, review carefully all of these rubrics. Each one, they all kind of have the grammar mechanics and the format, right, for readability. Those are all things in common, but then each one has kind of a special, the other elements are very specialized. The persuasive one, it's kind of deceptive. I just want to point that out to you. It's a little bit deceptive because it's a very short prompt, so people tend to think, oh, well, I don't have to write very much. But that's kind of the exact opposite of really what you want to do. So I apologize if you can hear in the background my daughter screaming right now. But I'm trying to get this posted today. So anyway, if you have any questions at all as you're working through this, please email me. I'll try to get to you back to you as soon as possible. I want everybody to do well. I want you to learn something. And again, we're in the home stretch here this semester. It's a lot of work, kind of real fast, but I'll work with you as best I can. It obviously starts with communicating. So, as always, get to work. And if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great week.